Okay, welcome everyone to the public hearing for Monday, April 14th, 2025. The first item on the agenda is to call the meeting to order. Second, I have a statement that I need to read as the chair before we move forward, and it's a statement, it's the bylaw number 2951. The public hearing is being convened pursuant to section 464 of the Local Government Act to consider an amendment to zoning bylaw number 2503, 2002. The zoning amendment bylaw number 2951, if adopted, would change the zoning of the property at 1451 2nd Avenue from major neighborhood commercial zone C2 to large lot residential zone R1A to allow for short-term rental accommodation to be operated on the property. At this hearing, any person who believes that his or her interest is affected by the proposed bylaw shall be given the opportunity to be heard on matters contained in the bylaw. No one should feel discouraged to speak, nor will any person be prevented from making their views known. However, it is important that all who speak at this hearing restrict their remarks to the matters contained in the bylaw. It is my responsibility as chair of this meeting to ensure that all remarks are so restricted. So, those who wish to speak concerning the proposed bylaw should address council by clearly stating their name and municipality of residence, and thereafter proceed to provide their views concerning the proposed bylaw. Members of council may, if they wish, ask questions following your presentation. Please note that the main function of council members this evening is to listen to the views of the public. Please remember that is not the function of council at this hearing to debate the merits of the proposed bylaw with individual citizens or with each other. Regardless of whether you favor or oppose a particular application or argument, please refrain from applause or other expressions of emotion, as these will not be tolerated. Restraint enables all views to be heard in an impartial forum as possible. I will remind council that you are prevented by law from hearing any further submissions on the proposed bylaw amendment once the public hearing is closed. So thank you for your patience and cooperation. Now let's proceed with the hearing. So for the confirmation of the statutory notice requirements, I'll hand it over to Ms. Butler.
Thank you, through your worship, to council. Notice was included in the April 3rd and April 10th issues of the Trail Daily Times, and that is the notice that you will see in your package of tonight. And 52 notices were mailed out to neighboring homes within 15 meters of the proposed rezoning. And to date, we've had no responses from those letters or from the ads. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Butler. So now we have the opportunity to give the proponent a chance to address council. And I believe Mr. Bauman is here to present, or
right. Yeah,
so if you want to reach the.
Hello everyone. I'm Machi Bauman. Me and my wife own the 1451. We used to run a medical clinic out of there, a pediatrics clinic. We moved now to a couple of houses down the street to 1555 right next to Safeway. We've noticed that there's been a demand for families coming in, specifically locums and physicians coming in to Trail. And when they're staying with children, they've had problems having or finding places that were suitable for rent. So we decided that this would be a good opportunity for us to sort of step up and make sure that we have a place that's available for people and families to rent, basically, at Trail. So we're hoping that you guys will allow us to amend this into a short-term rental, and that's where we're going to go from. Yeah. So that's basically what we like to do. I mean, I'm not excluding the fact that we will be renting it short-term to other people. We're going to put it up anywhere it's a business, but that's generally what we want to do. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Questions?
So just one question before I leave. So is your priority short-term rental, or are you looking for that family for a long-term replacement?
Well, when locals come in, they usually come in for a short term.
Oh, I see, okay.
So, we were looking for short term
Okay,
specifically.
and locums you're talking?
We're
Is that
locum,
medical?
so the way that this works is sometimes when you have physicians and they go on holidays,
Okay.
you'll have replacement physicians, or if there's a shortage within the hospital, you'll have replacements coming in.
And they're called locums?
They're called locums, yeah, so the government ships them in, honestly, from anywhere, from even overseas, and they'll come in for a couple of days at a time, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Chair.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Is there any identification of correspondence from UC?
We've received that.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone in the gallery that would like to speak on this besides the proponent? No? Okay. Is there any other questions from council for Mr. Melman? No? Okay, thank you. So, at the closing of the public hearing, it's my duty to ask if there's any further speakers. And for the second time, is there any further speakers that would like to speak on this bylaw? And for the third time, is there any other speakers? Okay, thank you. So I will declare this public hearing closed.